Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Grant Source Live. I have a special guest from across the pond today. But before we get into our special guest, I have to give a shout out to our sponsors. And our sponsors today are Vistaprint. So if you need any type of marketing materials, brochures, business cards, they can get you all of that at a reduced cost. They have a special deal for our community and give you 20% off any order. Just go to the community offers section in our app. And if you need press for your organization and letting everybody know all the great things that you're doing, newswire.com can send out press releases and get you the attention that you deserve. So without further ado, Mr. Bode Sharp from the UK. How you doing, man?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you so much for that super humbling introduction. That's probably one of the best I've had yet. So thank you so much. I'm humble.
Man, I'm excited to have you on the show. And for those of you that don't know, we were at a conference here last week.
That's right.
He was gracious enough to get on our show after having 10 clients back to back. Just got off of the plane. He's fresh in the UK. 24 hours without sleeping, but we got you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You have to keep going. My belief is that, sleep is for when you're dead. While you're alive, you got to sleep as little as you possibly can without breaking your back so that you can actually do what your mission is, whether it's business, whether it's pleasure. You just got to live. So, and that's what I like to do. I just like to live.
Well, I mean, you can sleep when you die. You get plenty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something my mom used to say. So tell us, where you originally from? Are you originally from London?
So I was actually born in Germany originally, many, many years ago. And my parents are from Nigeria. Both of them were born in Nigeria. So I consider myself to be a Nigerian who's in transition, living in Europe. So I've lived in London pretty much most of my life. So I do see myself as a Nigerian, but I'm also a British citizen. So that's the easiest way for me to explain it.
So you got the best of not only both worlds, but you got the best of like 5 worlds.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I can actually speak German as well. So yeah, I mean, I was working in Germany literally last year. I had a short-term contract and I had to speak German. It was the first time I'd ever had to use German so much. Like normally I speak German very casually with my family and some close friends that I know that speak German. But this was like, in a kind of like a corporate environment where I was speaking German every day. And it was kind of different, but it was really cool. It was good to actually use this skill that's been kind of gathering dust for years and years and years because I don't really use it that much.
It's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people are even bilingual. You call it trilingual. And
exactly.
So
yeah, and I speak Yoruba too. So I speak English. I speak my Nigerian language, which is Yoruba, and German, and a little bit of street slang. So
there you go. A little bit
3.5 languages. Yeah, because that's a language in its own. Some people don't know what certain things mean that the subcultures of the younger people speak, and it is a language. And coming from sort of like a young black person from London, you're immersed with different people from different cultures, and you just learn the street slang, and it's a language in itself.
Yep. And so all those skills and being able to speak multiple languages, I mean, tell us what you're passionate about. I know you coach people all around the world. What are you passionate about?
Well, what I'm passionate about is sharing this feeling that I have every single day. I call it inspiration. And the reason why I call it inspiration is because I've realized that through my own personal evolution as a young boy growing into a young man, I have transformed my experiences by the decisions that I've made based on the inspiration that I have on a daily basis. I live my life full of gratitude, no matter how much or how little I have. I look around me. I have to constantly remind myself of where I came from, and I am in such an amazing place compared to where I was coming from that I have to constantly be grateful. And that gratitude has allowed me to elevate year on, year on, year on, year on. I learn more, I grow more, and that's what I want to share. I want to plant that seed in people so that they can take that and they can just go on autopilot and they can experience the same thing I'm experiencing. You know, from a very young age, I've been traveling different parts of the world, all self-funded trips because I've been an entrepreneur literally from the age of about 12 years old. And you go to different countries, you see different people, how they live, how they communicate, how they express themselves, and you think, wow, this is just so amazing just to experience this. And these experiences constantly renew this internal inspirational thing that lives inside of me. And I always tell people, you know, inspiration is something it's almost like a fireplace inside, right? And it's called inspiration because it's coming from within. You know, it's not outspiration, right? It's inspiration. And once you're able to light that match and get that that fire burning inside, oh my God, it's an incredible feeling. It's incredible. I mean, you have to experience it to understand it.
That's phenomenal, man. And you've been, for those of you that don't know, he's been doing this all over the world. And like I said, just got back from the States, back to the UK. Tell us about some of the impact that you have been able to create with your consulting and some of the people that you've helped.
So because I use quite a natural, I have a very natural approach. So applying, you know, kind of like just feelings, right? You know, what we learned when we at the conference that we met, all about connection. I apply a lot of human connection and interaction with logic. You know, when I say logic, I'm talking about principles, how you do things, you know, managing projects, whether you're trying to develop your business, you know, there are laws, right? And when you follow these laws, but you apply that human touch to those laws, you're able to absolutely do anything. And that's what it's all about, right? Once you understand the law of hard work and understanding what the tools are, and you use your own personal flavor or brand that you bring to it, and you bring it together, then you make magic happen. And it's incredible. And once you understand that process, you're on autopilot, and then you become an evangelist that can do the same for your children or for your friends or your family. And it just goes and goes. And then, you know, we have this kind of world where like-minded individuals come together and share information, and we just continue to evolve. That's why we're here. We are creators. We create ideas, we create situations, we create products, services, brands, and that's what we're here to do. And once we create these things, we continue to help these things evolve, and it grows and it inspires other people and touches other people. And it's, you know, we're just part of this amazing network. And that's what I'm here to do, to share my experiences and showcase how it's allowed me to grow, you know, evolve, transform, and be constantly inspired so that they can have that experience, because it's an incredible experience. Experience.
You've helped executives. You've
so
nonprofits all over the world. How can I like to ask every guest that comes on the show, how can our community help you?
I guess the only way we can help each other by continuing to inspire each other. You know, this platform is help for me. Like you're reminding me of why I'm doing this, and it's like muscle memory. You remember we talked about muscle memory, and it's about reminding yourself why you do it to keep yourself still doing it. So in terms of how your community or the community at large is, just give me a shout. You know, invite me to these Zoom calls. Let me know if there's a big event happening. Let me come down and meet some people and network and share my experiences and share some of the skills that I've learned and some of the tools that I use to you know, attract customers all over the world. So just by staying connected, that's how you can help me. because through that connection, we're able to sort of make that connection bigger, because next time I come to Houston, I'm bringing a whole bunch of people. So, that group is going to get wider and wider and wider. And they say your network is your net worth, right? So the bigger our network becomes, the bigger our network becomes also.
And you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you know we're having our first annual Grant Source Live conference at the United Way Center in Houston. And Bode Sharp is going to be there this June. So I just put him on the spot. He said invite him. Be careful what you wish for.
When you literally said you heard it first, you literally heard it first here.
I appreciate that, man. So we're wrapping up. Tell, if you could at least share with the audience what you like about the Grant Source platform.
What I absolutely love about the Grant Source platforms is you guys are like dream makers. You make dreams come true from both sides of the fence. You make dreams come true for the people who want to provide opportunities for people who don't have access to these opportunities. So you're actually making dreams come true for two sides of the fence, right? And there is nothing more incredible than that. If without people like yourself, there would be such a huge hole and such a huge gap on this planet where people don't get the opportunity to really tap into their dreams, into their God-given talents. They say the graveyard is the most expensive place on the planet because so many people go to their graves with their dreams. Yep. And it's when you think about it, the grant source, grant wish, you're literally granting the wishes and wills and destinies of so many people all over the world. So, definitely a round of applause for the Mr. Genie in the bottle who's making some serious dreams come true, because without people like yourself and Grant Source, there would be a big hole in the planet. And I think you're helping to really bring that hole down, and hopefully, you're inspiring others to do the same. And, we're just going to keep on having one big party.
Excellent. Well, Bode, we are eternally grateful to have you
Likewise
on our show as a guest. We're even more grateful that you'll be at our first annual conference in June. Again, this is Grant Source, where we help you find money for your mission. I'm the executive director and founder of Grant Source. And remember, it's not about the money. It's all about the impact. Thank you to our sponsors, Vistaprint, and everybody have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Take care. Peace. Are we off the air now?